I would call Get Low a story of reconciliation and redemption. It's about a hermit who's been living alone in the hills for 40 years, rides in from town, tells the town preacher he wants a funeral while he's still alive. Preacher turns him down, and the local funeral home owner catches on, decides to take up his case, and throws him this living funeral party while he's still alive. And it's more about an emotional journey towards reconciling what sent him into the hills so many years ago, and the emotional baggage that he's been carrying for many years, letting it off his shoulders before his time is up. It was my first feature, and I wanted it to be important to me, at least, somehow. And I connected with how real profound loss early in life can steer you in a direction you never thought you'd go. And I liked that idea as a premise, and I liked a story about a guy who decides to put himself back on course.
You want to be at your funeral party alive?
Yes, sir.
But you can't have a funeral if you're not, deceased.
The cast, yes, I got very, very lucky. Of course, Bobby was attached to the project when I came on board, so that was a thrill, knowing that the emotional core and, Bobby was the movie. And then it was about, making sure that everything I did and the other actors that came on board would live up to what we all knew he was capable of doing. So Sissy was my first stop. I loved her work and felt as though these were two icons that, strangely, people kind of group in the same category, but have never really had their moment in cinema. When I was working as a cinematographer, you have to think directorially. I'd worked with a couple of directors who looked to me for some help, and I kind of got the bug. I kind of said, I really enjoyed helping the director tell the story, and I think it would be a lot of fun to have a little bit more of those reins. And so I basically put a lot of my money, almost all of it, into a short film. And I just used it as a calling card, and it eventually got some recognition and created the opportunity to meet producers, and the rest is history.
Hold on now. It's a detail. We can look at it.
Pretty big detail.
You want to have a funeral party while you're alive so you can go.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Everybody's talking about how movies are becoming more and more and more kind of four-quadrant and commercial, and that the independent film financing world is drying up, and there are the movies are dying, and independent arms are closing down. And I'm hoping that it's a little, it sneaks through the cracks and, maybe provides a little bit of hope.